Alright, the next newest movie I saw this year was People Meet on Vacation, which is an adaptation of a book that I very much enjoyed. I went into this with pretty high expectations, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Emily Henry is a great person to adapt a rom-com from, and I think you could do it perfectly. I don't really know if this worked. I landed on a 3.5. I watched with my husband who had no information whatsoever. I just said, I'm gonna turn this movie on, and he said, cool, let's watch it. And so we did. And he was really engrossed the whole way through. Like, it kept his attention. He had a lot of questions as he realized it was a book I had read. Me and him both came down to the same realization. The relationship itself just didn't fully mesh here. I think People Meet on Vacation maybe would have worked better like as a 6 or 7 episode miniseries. I think you could have done more with it and really developed Alex and Poppy's relationship, which does have a lot of the nuances of the book. I can't help but compare and contrast. I just read this book again. It does make a difference for me. I will also have to say that they make such big changes to the current day storyline, not the past stuff that we go on when visiting their previous vacations. Those are pretty accurate to the book, but the new day storyline stuff outside some key moments were also a problem. I would also have to say, and I'm sorry for anybody out there who wants a PG-13 rom-com, I get you, I see you, they just don't really exist anymore, at least not in the genre of romance that is being read and consumed today. We want the adult romances, and I wanted this to be an adult romance. And the fact that it was PG-13, which sometimes does hurdle a movie, in my opinion, it exponentially hurdled this movie with its rating. It should have been rated R. The fact that Sony sold it to Netflix, that put it on Netflix, you could tell while watching the movie that there was a more adult and nuanced version of this movie. And it went very far. Like, it's a very far PG-13 movie. I just wish we would have just did the whole thing. And the fact that I know it exists is annoying. I have given a lot of thought after reading a lot of interviews with Emily Henry about her opinions and the changes that were made. I still feel a 3.5 is a great way for me how I feel about this. I also think Tom Blythe was perfectly cast as Alex. However, I'm still not sold on the person they chose for Poppy. I know she had a pretty big fan base from a TV show that canceled. She just never screamed Poppy to me, and she still doesn't. I think Phoebe Dyer from Bridgerton was a better, I saw that as a fan casting at one point, and I was like, I kind of like that. This just didn't scream Poppy to me. It is what it is. They also changed Poppy as a character, which is, it is what it is. That being said, that's my review. I give it 3.5.